Welcome back, everybody. Dren608 plays. We're playing Rogue Trader here. Just got done fighting up a bunch of bandits. I cleaned up one of my colonies. I have got to go to Furibundus to help out Jay's friends and talk to the Lord Inquisitor. Not something I'm looking forward to. So out of Mersegret, it would be 1, 2, 3 to Furibundus, or I can jump back to Mundus Valancius and then straight to Furibundus. So we'll do the 2 jump. Let's go back to home. Warp jump past without incident except crew members on the bridge to aid or they heard laughter. It seemed to come from outside. Yep, we've been through that one. And now I can go to Furibundus. And to Furibundus we go. Footfall it is. Ta-da! We made it. Okay, let's go inside. Now we need to get to Footfall, but I want to go handle Jay's issues first. Right? So if I go to Footfall, am I going to have to deal with him first? Jeez. What have I got on? Got on stabilizer bracers. What's my persuasion? Persuasion's 125. My Lord Xenos and Warp is 102. Coercion, Commerce, Awareness, Carouse, Athletics. There isn't anything I can really do. This gives me an extra reroll. Failed skiss once. I think I'm at the best I can be. I do need to change out who I'm going to take, though. Because Jay's coming instead of Adira. I might take Heinrichs instead of Pascal. I don't know. I might take Pascal. And Jay. I know I have to take Jay. Oh, what do I have? Oh, I'm missing a bag. This is the one that does... this is the one that does great stuff while you're in combat, so take a blue one. Okay, anybody else missing a bag? No. She's missing a grenade. I don't have the greatest grenades anymore. I never can find grenades. I really... Okay, she's going to get rid of this grenade. She's going to take one of those. And then we're going to give that to Argenta. Give her the really good crack grenades. And Adira, you need to get rid of these because you're not going to be coming with. We'll keep you with your fire grenade. He has a Mind Scrambler, Haywire, Real Crack, and a Dreadmonger. What do I have? I have a Dreadmonger. Maybe I want one with blindness. Maybe I'll take a blinding grenade instead. Okay. And then Jay is going to be coming with us. She's got Force Grenade, Frag, Gas Cloud, Haywire for mental damage on mechanical creatures. And I can take a Dreadmonger, I guess. I don't have the greatest grenades in the world. Alright, that's what we'll do there. Okay, let's go to Footfall. That's where we gotta go. Lord Captain, we received a box message from Footfall. The Inquisition has declared martial law on the station due to the threat of Malleus Extremis. Docking will require special permission, and even most of the asteroids have been cordoned off. Station's custodian, her ladyship Incendia Chorda, sends her greetings and invites your lordship to disembark at the docks with a small retinue. Her enforcers will meet you there to escort to another chamber for a private audience. Okay, we're going to have to do this immediately. Jay's honey voice was there. Vigus, the salve of my heart. Forgive the intrusion, but I have important business with the rogue trader. No, Serene, I simply wish to remind you about my numbskull crew who got themselves captured by some rival Ashmags. Vladimir is too occupied for schemes, and besides, Incendia Chorda has already put him in his place, which leaves only Falco. May the Azhao tear his soul to pieces. Footfall is straight ahead, and I would rather not waste the precious sand still left in the hourglasses of their lives. He threw a wrench into the works, making my trade network fall apart like a badly assembled chrono. No income, no profits, only damages, all because my right hand is chained up On one of Footfall's asteroids, how about we pay Falco a courtesy visit? I'm sure your imposing visage will loosen his tongue and maybe, just maybe, untie the hands of my crew. Well, let's go see what happened to your crew. Yeah, the most fragrant rosebush in the entire blossom garden of the Koronus Expanse. Yeah. If this is all you have to say, Moxer sort of boots Jay from the channel. Apologies, Lord Kevin. What will be your instructions? What are our options for landing a Footfall? We have none, Lord Captain, and the augurs are reporting that all docking gates not watched by the enforcers are locked and rigged with explosives. Okay, I guess we're gonna go in there and talk to this broad. As you wish, Lord Captain. Do I not get to pick who I take with me? Thank you. Not you. Do I want to take Heinrichs or do I want to take Pascal? That's the interesting thing. I think I'm going to take Pascal. I don't know. Opticon 22 is here if I can get to talk to him at all, but I probably won't. I have to talk to Incendia first. She should be happy that Winterscale is gone. And got rid of that scumbag for her. So we'll have to wait and see. Because he brought bloodthirsters. He brought demons from the warp to help him. He was definitely over the heretic line. Might not have liked Xenos, but he was certainly fine with Chaos. Which is just as bad as Xenos. Worse in the case of the Inquisition. Oh, come on. How bad is this going to be rebuilt? You took over what I befriended. I don't like that, Insidia. I'd like to knock you out, too. Be the only rogue trader in the Expanse. Ah. How long are we going to sit on 100%? Come on, we're at 7.5 minutes. Come on. It's about time. Let's go see this broad. Talk to Incendia Chorda. What if I don't want to? What if I don't want to talk to her? Zeta? He's not normal. Where's Opticon?
Is there money to be made?
I don't know. I want to go pick it up and see if I get caught. What's this cloak? Fireproof cape. Oh, we've had one of those. Those are good. I need to check Jay. What are you in? 80% damage. You've got a battle plan. Press advantage again. Roll +2. Deflection gloves, right? Barrel holster. X-Times to 0. Chameleon cloak. +10% dodge. Your dodge is at 95 because of that. You get 20% dodge until the end of the round. You have an agonizing splinter pistol and a shuriken pistol. We have some improved pistols here. A bleeder splinter is 8 to 12. 7. 6 to 10. This one does. Upgraded shuriken pistol does 11 to 15. Then she has a blaster as a two-handed weapon. There's a dark light blast. That's a laser. So this is a laser, but this is gonna do... $28 to $42. 20 to 18. I think this one does better. Yeah, I think you're gonna take that gun. Put your pistols back out. Huh? Plus 14% damage. It's with a ranged weapon within melee range. The target gains plus 1 stack of flex creatures of minus 10 ballistic whistle. Okay. Yeah, I think she's okay. Just want to make sure I had her equipped out right. I've got everybody pretty much equipped out the way they should be. Okay. What's this say? Unwilling to die. Unwilling to die, the bar patrons made their last stand right here. Acolyte of the Inquisition? You two may find yourself at the center of an investigation, rogue trader. Be cautious. Yeah. I just killed the Inquisition. Sicarian Ruststalker. Zeta 4233. Mew. Tech priest who sports an exploratory emblem and a scarlet robe protects the unblinking gaze of his augmented ocular lens at you and says in a hissing voice, "Salutary functionality initiated. Glory to House Valancius. Trade terminal Zeta 42/33 Mew. Property of the Adeptus Mechanicus Explorer Cognizant Flint. Ready to process incoming requests. State your request. Glory to the Omnissiah." Who are you? Request accepted. Acceptable response found. Hear and heed. This unit's identifier is Trade Terminal Zeta 42 Mew. Designated purpose, processing trade and information requests and offers made to Adeptus Mechanicus Explorer Cognizant Fleet. State your request, glory to the Omnissiah. Where's Opticon 22? Request accepted. Acceptable response found. Here and heed. The unit Logis Opticon 22 was instructed to leave the location Footfall and head to the strategic location Euphrates 2 in order to provide support to the exploratory Cognizant Fleet. After standard rites were performed on trade terminals, it was deemed an adequate functional replacement. Received a blessing to process Westcoast's location Footfall. State your request, glory to the Omnissiah. I have planets that will be of interest to your owner. Information exchange accepted. Profit factor gained 5. Acceptable response found. Here and heed. Information supplied has been deemed normal, non-conformant, and is acceptable. The unit is grateful to the House of Managers for cooperation. We record according to mutual aid, encouragement, subroutine, whatever. I got 5. Okay. I have another one? And I get 1. Okay. How are you doing working under her? Information request accepted. The unit rotator, Incendia and the specified unit's actions have no significance on the operation of this explorative conflict mission, since the specified unit has no jurisdiction over Adeptus Mechanicus or any stats thereof, glory to the Omnissiah. Okay, okay. So he's taking the place of Opticon 22. Opticon 22 is in Euphrates 2, so that rumor is probably true.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
I've accompanied Jade to Footfall. It's more... What? No, Shireen, what do we do here? A cowardly ashmag who wants to get his paws on my certificate without even working up a sweat? Considering the circumstances currently affecting Footfall, the only fitting place could be hiding is in the sewers. Wrinkles at the very thought. A nasty spot with a powerful whiff about it, that is true, but I swear to you, Shireen, you won't come up with a better trap for Falco. I know these tunnels like the back of my hand, and the most delicious part of all is that Ashmag chose to go in there. He'll wish he hadn't. Of course, that's only if the Ashi don't mess things up for us, everything goes to plan, and if it doesn't... Stop her soldiers sagging under the labor doubts. If it doesn't, my gang are dead, Shireen. One wrong move, one wrong word. Gah. Thrown damn that Ashmag. Why is everything so difficult? Perhaps I should just give him the Mercantile officially? Falco's not a complete idiot. He won't risk such a valuable payoff. He'll hold up his end of the deal and give me Toro and the others. How do we get to the tunnels? Sealed off by Chorda's hounds, but there is one they definitely haven't got to. It perks up and winks at you. Time to pay the visit to Octi and the Adeptus Emissary. Detail. Just as that we need to go down into the sewer tunnels of Footfall, connect a tank of sleeping gas to the old ventilation system, and direct the airflow to Falco's hideout. And of course, pray of the Exalted One that the Ashmag's jackals don't spot us. It's true, Shireen, it's going to be a little trickier than it seems. Falco is desperate, so he's bound to have the slugs patrolling the tunnels. If we go crashing around down there, he'll know something is afoot, and when Falco's feeling jumpy, he heads roll. Where do we get the tank of Evening? Why do you take me more? I have acquired it already. Don't worry, I have everything covered. Okay, let's go to the sewers. Yeah, must we go, Shireen? Or do you have other pressing business to handle on the way there? Down into the sewers. Okay, where is... I don't know how we get to that place.
The sacred halls of research desecrated by the Mundus Valancius, I hereby declare subject to purgative eradication. The sacrilege committed in them should not be comprehended.
That's fine.
And what? You're not tempted to make an exception? You're not going to declare it the property of the priesthood and take it over? I suppose I can see why. Even I don't want to deal with the shit that Homunculus did.
Where's the, How do I get to the place? I mean, that's the palace thing. I can't get out of here. I don't understand. How do I get out of here? Alright, we have to go through this. How did I get here? Who are all these people? Well, I don't know how to get to your space, dear. I don't know how to get there. What's my time? 18 minutes. What are these grizzly things saying? Anvir. Heresy. Piracy. Dissent. Stealing. Alright, these are just all...
I always
Yeah.
keep my options open.
Incendia Chorda's idea of running this place. Suspicious Prowler, Vagabond. They're probably gonna get killed. How am I supposed to get... Anonymous. How do I get off this floor?
Keep your wits about you.
So I just get to walk up to this? Hey, we only took a couple of Nutribars. Nope. They won't have mercy. Eyes, I see clearly with my naked eye the corruption that has engulfed your nature. Only a cleansing fire can absolve you now. Guilty. It's gotta be Cordia. I gotta kill her. She needs to go away. Crazy hack. Checks me guilty, burn him. She's got on a shield of some sort. Incendia Chorda is absorbed in reading a long strip of parchment. Her left hand is holding a silver spoon, which she is carefully scooping up brain matter from an open skull of the man contorted next to her. What? Dren608, trader of Mundus Valancius. I was informed of your arrival. What the hell? She's spooning out his brains? This is marked in Incendia's features with a crisscross of lines and deeper furrows. Her cheek is forever twisted in a continuous nervous tick. Yet her eyes are ablaze with indomitable resolve. A dazzling aura of power and righteous fury surrounds her like a mantle. She gracefully brings a gold-plated inhaler to her lips, takes a deep breath, and the fire in her gaze fires like a plasma thruster. What is this abominable act his daughter is committing? Sister of Battle whispers incredulously as she stares at Cordia's monstrous feast. There must be a reason. Look closely at Incendia. One look at Incendia's full dress uniform shows that it has not been changed in many days. The collar is greasy and the braid trim is stained with sweat. The air is tinged with smell of an inhaled stimulant that is used to give serfs the ability to work multiple watches without rest. What is that? The man with the open skull. Incendia sinks her silver spoon into the man's brain and slowly consumes the revolting morsel. I must know the taste of a criminal's thoughts. It is how I learn to recognize their patterns. This entertainment of yours reeks of corruption. Should I go right to this? Oh, what? It does. Yes. Incendia does not bat an eye at the man's death. A laughable accusation. Do you think yourself capable of detecting corruption? Wild sparks in her pale eyes. You know not the first thing about perceiving it, sensing it, peering into people's souls, and seeing the heinousness therein. You do not know what it's like to look at their faces and see a brand of their impious deeds. But I know it all too well, and none shall escape my wrath. What manner of slaughterhouse is this? Some atrocious travesty of justice. Jerks her chin up and responds haughtily. This is true justice, unprejudiced, inescapable, and equally merciless to all. Lord Inquisitor has bestowed upon me the honor of bringing order to this cesspool of pirates and heretics, to rid Footfall of the corruption that has fettered its limbs, and turn this imperial station into a hotbed of free thinking and inefficiency. And I will not rest until I have been judged. Until all have been judged. It must have been the Emperor's providence that brought you here to my court. It would be my pleasure to indict you for crimes you have committed. I've just broken out after being held captive by Xenos and Comrog and butchering my way through scores of enemies of humanity. Tell me, am I truly the greatest enemy of the Imperium you have been able to find? I am ready to defend my honor before this court. Whom should I kill to put an end to this farce? That's only a 90% chance. You have no right to judge me. I'm going to go with persuasion. That you are loathed and feared by the enemies of humanity does not make you pure in the eyes of the Emperor, but perhaps he saw fit to set you on a different path, out of righteous genocide and blood-soaked redemption for your faults. I would never dare to gainsay his will. That's right. Those of you who acknowledge me as your sovereign are viewed by the law as subjects of the House of Mundus Valancius, and therefore are exempt from courteous judgment. I will take you aboard my ship. That'll fuck with her. Hopeful crowd in the atrium starts clamoring their oaths of fealty to the House of Valancius. Not one of them thinks twice about clutching at the lifeline you have offered them. That should make Cordia pissed. Objects discovered. Trophies. People. I don't understand what that means. Colonizer wearily leans on an armament and looks at you with contempt. Take this pitiful gaggle of miscreants, if you so desire. My trial will not end here. I have the whole of Footfall to judge. Cease this disgrace and get off Footfall. Do I go after her? This is probably a very bad idea. So, you are in charge of Footfall now? Indeed I am. When the Lord Inquisitor enacted martial law at the Expanse, I offered him my support at once. Footfall was chosen as the Lord Inquisitor's headquarters, and the position of Footfall's liege was temporarily abolished for the duration of this war, or perhaps longer than that. All authority was transferred to the station's warden, to me. While the Lord Inquisitor is preoccupied with matters of strategic planning, I am tasked with overseeing security and order. There is much to do on their front. Pirates and smugglers, apostates and cultrators, deserters and outlaws, every one of them warrants attention. Cracking her neck, stiff from many hours of reading documents, Incendia gains just a woman that scoops out the brain matter from the open skull of the poor fellow standing next to her everywhere you look. Ever servants are pucking under the heavy stacks of new dungeon warrants and other documents. What makes you think you are entitled to govern this place as you see fit? Such is the law of Footfall. Any rogue trader who arrives here assumes the right of absolute authority. Surely it is not that thug Conqueror who deserves the rule in this situation. He will soon be hanging from a noose, and so will his Caspalican henchmen, and so will those Anver firebrands whose outrageous activities brought Footfall so much grief. She looks at you with a gloating smirk. Once you hindered my efforts to subdue this station. And yet here I am now, dispensing justice to the wicked. I only regret that I was unable to begin sooner. When Takara's struggle rays would have already been crushed instead of lurking in cargo bays and maintenance tunnels. Regardless, I will deal with them soon enough. And whom is it you're judging? All of them. Thieves, smugglers, pirates, derricks, abettors, harborers, cowards, and perjurers. Any who has ever trespassed, any who has ever protected a miscreant or kept quiet about a crime they knew of. They'll all be condemned. With obsessive determination starts going through her papers, seemingly no longer aware that she is doing so. Oh boy. More and more new convicts are being granted the great boon of undergoing servitude in perpetuous, and having rid themselves of the reprehensible consciousness of serving the Imperium free of doubt and weakness, Footfall will once again become a bastion of law and righteousness. I will eradicate all heresy that prevents the faithless from giving themselves over to the good of toiling in his name. There's nothing just about this trial. Your accusations are contrived, and their purpose is simply to turn the entire population into pliant automations. You think I find enjoyment this, looking at violence upon violence, listening to one excuse after another? I loathe this and despise every malefactor out there. If I were weak of will, I would have obliterated this foul station with nuclear fire. Instead, I am here to offer each of them the right to be judged in his name and a chance to return to his fold renewed. The universe is a terrifying place. We are surrounded by the arch-enemy's machinations and xeno scum who would deny us our right to exist. The threat is inconceivable, and human weakness will not help us avert it. If man is weak, I rid him of his spinelessness and feebleness, endowing him with sacred narrowness of mind and eradicating all that prevents him from utilizing his whole self in the service of the Imperium. Awareness, she's not lying. You can tell by her eyes and her voice, trembling with earnest faith. Incendia genuinely believes in every word she just said. Where's the Lord Inquisitor? In the Legis chambers, coordinating the Expanse's defense. His attention is focused on matters of vital importance, and he's not seeing any supplements. Your Lordship cannot see the Lord Inquisitor now. However, he bade to inform your Lordship he will summon you later when circumstances permit. We will see whether Footfall will thank the Emperor for your reign. Due time I shall weed out all the taint and the braid hair when it's long and the pious fear. Loyalty and devotion will once again become the pillars of the station under his watchful eye. Oh, jeez. And I'm at 30 minutes. No more judgment, cease this disgrace, and get off of Footfall. Mundus is a traitor. While the Expanse burns, ravaged by heretics and unhallowed Xenos, he abandoned his duty completely and had the verve to ignore the Lord Inquisitor's call to battle. My servants are capturing his worlds and ships while he hides from his reckoning, indulging his base urges. Soon enough, he too will stand before judgment. You're simply using the situation to plunder his protectorate. Should you call upon House Valancius for help, we will answer. I have heard enough. Your feud is of no concern of mine. Correction. Colonizer Winters is a dead traitor. He is no more then. Regrettably, he found his demise. This was meant to confess before the court and taste the detestation he deserved. Okay. I'm gonna draw my weapon. This is probably a very bad thing. Might be the end of the campaign. But I can't stand her. She touches a panel on the throne armrest and it's immediately shielded by a refractor field. You hear the sound of alarms going off in the distance, a mocking smile across her face. Go ahead, Dren608. Give me a reason. I clear the Inquisition. The warrior clad in Inquisitional armor announces the Lord Inquisitor's instructions were to maintain order and ensure his allies' safety, using any methods, however extreme they may have to be. If relationship is gravely threatened, we are authorized to detonate the dome over this sector. Doing so will trigger an explosive decompression. The attackers will be destroyed during depressurization, while leadership will be protected by the field, protected by her throne. I urge you not to take steps that might be interpreted as an act of aggression. You have a duty to the Emperor that you must see to Conqueror, the horrible rebel who once ruled the station. Has slipped from my grasp. He is inciting the people to revolt, killing my servants, and hiding from my wrath with the dexterity of a void rat. My informers claim he often appears in that den of unrest that bears the irreverent name, the Adeptus Amicus. We have made several attempts to arrest him, yet he has evaded capture each time. Reverend Hermas has gone there to convince him to surrender quietly, but his efforts have likewise been unsuccessful. In the interest of Footfall's integrity, Conqueror must be unapprehended. No. As a rogue traitor in authority, I order you to aid me in protecting him to justice. No. The asteroid where Adeptus is located has been cordoned off. My enforcer will take you there. I want you to lure Largo out of his hole and seize him so that he may be at stand trial. Do this for the sake of Footfall's liberation and pave the road that my justice will tread. Lie. Why did he go there? Headed where the rebels are seen most often, he could preach to them, obey them to repent. Alas, he just still cannot see the difference between those who have erred and those who are beyond any hope of redemption. You pronounced him a criminal? Why wouldn't I? The vile rogue's infamy is known to all. He patronized thieves, smugglers, and pirates, but by his leave, heresies and unholy cults flourished. That he has evaded punishment this long can only be described as gross negligence, which I intend to rectify in short order. What do I stand to gain? Does it not satisfy the order? I see you learned too much from Theodora, namely her hubris, greed, and indifference to duty. Oh, let's lie. No, but I'm not really going to do it. Remember, Incendia's vice has none of the rebel leaders are allowed to die before their trial. I forbid you to execute them without my leave. Well, screw you. Okay. Wow, that was crazy. I don't know how I get to the place. Alright, well, we got to stop here. Because we're at 34 minutes. Alright, well, we're on Footfall. We've dealt with Incendia Chorda as best we can. She's completely off her rocker on the dogmatic path. Beyond dogmatic, she's borderline heretical in that direction. Anyway, we're going to stop it here. If you like what you see, hit the thumbs up button. You really like to see, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the notify bell. Be notified to upload videos and to schedule streams. I have 2 other uninformed playthroughs going on right now. Baldur's Gate 3, which is in hiatus because of a glitch I found in patch 7 that I'm waiting for them to fix. And also there were some videos I made that suddenly got copyright noticed because of the background music. So I'm having to challenge those. So Baldur's Gate 3 content is kind of on hold until I figure out what they're doing. And what all that copyright stuff is, because that's the first time I've ever seen a game's background music be copyright struck. That's weird, but it is. They're not actual strikes. They're like notifications that they're saying you're infringing their copyright. And I'm like, but it's in a game. I'm not doing anything. So I'll have to see what the resolution of that is. Did a Xenonauts 2 early access milestone 4 playthrough. Went about 50 days past the normal end time just so I could build all the toys, and then waited for a random mission to show up so I could go out and show you how all the toys worked. And then I also do Saturday morning streams with Pathfinder Kingmaker. It is a fan choice of me playing a female monk and romancing Tristan, which I think I've completed the Romance of Tristan last Saturday. By the time you see this one come out, it will probably be already over, but I will be having limited release videos over the next week or so from as of time of filming. I am going to a board game convention for 4 days, so I will have things scheduled to release on those days that I'm not here to actually do the work and put it out. I'm going to have a bunch of things stacked up, and we're going to release those over that long weekend that I'll be gone. So if you send some comments in, if you send comments on this particular video or on the couple before this where I did a level up and some space battles, you might not get an answer for a couple of days because I will be gone for a few days, and then I'm not sure exactly in the sequence when these will be posted versus others. There's going to be several that I'm going to post for, I think there's 2 that I just put up for Battletech. There's probably going to be 2 more for Battletech, and then the rest is all going to be Rogue Trader. And we're going to hold off on Baldur's Gate until I hear more from the bug team and the copyright team from YouTube and see what the heck is going on. All right? All right. I'm Dren608. Until we meet again, stay safe and bye-bye.